on YouTube. It's Mr. Brooks. Hope everybody's doing all right out there. And I just wanted to make a video, just getting some things off of my chest and expressing myself like I normally do. So I'm gonna get into it. And I just want to talk about my struggle with alcohol and weed. You know, it was mostly alcohol that I struggled with. Uh, it's been off and on. It's not that. I don't think it's that bad. You know, it's not as bad as it was in the past. You know, like throughout my teenage years, in my 20s, I used to get jacked up. You know what I mean? Like I'd get to the point where I'd black out. You know what I mean? Like I'd get drunk. Like, all right, you had enough. It's just like I would get drunk. You know, sometimes I would mix the two. You know, I did a lot of partying, and you know, it started messing with. It got in the way of a lot of things. You know what I mean? It kind of like blinded me from seeing things from different angles. It didn't really let me reflect like I needed to reflect in order to you know, like grow and you know, start letting certain things go. You know, it affected that. Um, you know, but growing up, it was just like I liked the way that it made me feel. You know, like I had a lot of baggage. I was a troubled kid. You know what I mean? Like a lot of things happened to me as a child. You know, growing up at a very early age. You know what I mean? Like a real early age. Like I seen it. I seen a lot of things. I experienced a lot of things that you know they messed with me in my head. You know, um, so it was just like basically just trying to numb the pain. You know, but of course, like everybody knows that like alcohol, you know, drug abuse, like if you have a drug, if you're addicted to a drug or an addiction, you know what I mean, it's not good for anybody. um you know, but growing up, you know, and sobering up just a little bit, you know, not drinking as much as I did in the past, just let me, you know, reflect and see just a whole bunch of things, you know, like growing up when you're at a pre displacement, you know, what's the word, that predisposition? That's what I'm. Yeah, I think that's the word I'm looking for. Like, you know, just basically coming from something like, you know, you miss a day's rent and you're out on the streets. Like you get evicted. You know what I mean? Your family getting evicted, and so it's just like just basically the family not really having much. You know, we didn't really have much like that. You know, we didn't come from, you know, wealthy family. You know. Um, I don't you know, like I'm not even gonna fake the funk. It's like I ain't have money like that. I don't have money like that. I don't really come from shit like that. You know, and just dealing, you know, with all that anger, the frustration, all this bullshit is just like it led me to, you know, fuck with drugs and stuff, you know. You know, it led me to drink and smoke and, you know, just not pay attention. I wouldn't say not pay attention, but like start focusing on what needed to be done in my life, you know, to make progress, you know. But I had, you know, I had jobs and stuff, you know, like I still got up, and tried to function, the best way, the best that I could. It's like I'm older now. I'm 30 years old now. I'm 30 years old now. It's like I'm not about to do some shit that I used to do in my 20s or my teenage years. You know, like I've been through a lot of shit in my life. Um, and breaking up, getting into criminal activity and stuff like that. Like, I gotta say it like that, like criminal, crime, doing crimes and stuff like that. It's like I can't go out ass backwards. Like the Benjamin Buttons disease and shit. Um, but like even with this stalking, this stalking, I expose like everything in a logical explanation, like in my community. I posted a lot of things into the community. Um, it really just it shifted my focus on like it just consumed me. You know what I mean? Just being caught up in trying to figure out what being a targeted individual is and shit like that. It's just like I'm ready. I'm just done with it. I don't even want to mention it no more. It was like a waste of time. It was a distraction. Even though it's real, like people try to write it off like it's not fucking real. It's like you have a lot of people trying to it's like they're talking shit, trying to conspire against you, trying to a whole bunch of haters like trying to see you fucking slip up, like see if they could catch you slipping and shit like that, like or like just basically try to fuck with you, um like watching you in your house and shit like that, like a whole bunch of shit. I'm done talking about it. You know what I mean? Like I'm over that shit. Uh, like I said, I'm a musician. I feel like musicians are we're different than people that don't play instruments. We're different than music affects musicians different than other people. I think because it's like you don't pay attention to shit that people that like if you play an instrument, you listen to music and you're like, damn, like you listen to the each. It's like you pick apart the instruments in the song. Like at least that's what I do. Um, there's a lot of different music that I listen to, man. It's like I grew up with one of my pops homies. He would burn CDs and it would have funk on them. It would have oldies on them. It would have like sometimes even heavy metal, rap. You had a lot of old school rap and shit. So I would listen to it on my Walkman or like on the radio and stuff like that. So like a lot of the music that you see around my shit, that I some of my videos is like some of the music that I listen to, or some of the music that I post is like some of the music that I heard on some of those CDs. Uh, but I always love rap and hip hop and stuff like that. Um, just growing up in places that I grew up, it was like almost like inevitable to like rap and shit. You know what I mean? So it, I'm done talking about that stalking shit. I just want to be able to maybe get more creative with shit and make more music. And if you want to see that, and you know, you fuck with me and shit, and you watching my videos and stuff, like I'd appreciate it. I appreciate you. You know, I know not a lot of people watch my videos anyway, or like come across my channel, but I just wanted to get that off of my chest. All right, peace.